What's up everyone, it's Brittany, your friendly plant loving internet stranger, and I'm back with another video. We're here with another repotting video. Today the star of the show is this Hoya rope. This is actually called a Hindu rope Hoya, and I picked this up at a local plant boutique, and she's looking a little nasty. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's some scale. We're gonna just repot her and pray for the best. I bought this plant earlier in the summer and she has grown quite a bit. She's a little thing, and I used to have a couple of these plants and they passed away. It was purely due to neglect, and if I had actually, I think it was due to not watering them properly. They were doing really well for a while and then they just weren't. I had a green, like a full 8-inch green one, and then I had a variegated one which was really cheap when I bought it. I had bought it at another plant nursery out of town, brought it back with me on the airplane, and proceeded to not care for it properly. I mean, it wasn't like immediate. It wasn't like I just brought it home and then started actively working to destroy it. It happened over the course of a little while, and I think I may have moved at some point, and I think it was just a shock of like being in a new space with new lighting conditions that it didn't like. So I'm trying my hand with this again. I'm going to let this grow a little bit more and then propagate it. My goal is to have a very full basket of these hanging down, because this can be like a hanging plant if the plant is big enough. It looks really, really pretty. Another fun fact about the Hoya Hindu rope plants is that they are apparently mealybug magnets. I don't know that I've had a ton of experience with mealybugs, purely because I'm not a fan of the creepy crawlers. I don't like bugs in spaces where they're not supposed to be. And yes, I understand that if I bring lots of plants into my space, there's a chance that there could be something hiding or living in the soil or on the plants. I try to take, proper precautions. And I saw a little white spot and I got nervous. I was like, what is that? But I haven't seen any mealybugs. And honestly, there's just a couple of scary looking leaves. I'm gonna let my mother look at those when she comes for the holidays and figure out why that's looking that way. If it's scale, then it is what it is, y'all. Like, I don't know what to do about that. Anyway, this video is about me repotting this plant. It's not about me figuring out if this is scale or not. But if it is, then that'll be another video coming up at some point. I'm gonna repot this plant. I'm gonna use my really basic soil mixture that has the reptile bark, which is just wood chips. The mix also has perlite and indoor potting soil. I'm gonna start out by taking a look at the roots. Now, when I get a new plant, I like to just leave it alone. I'll bring it in the house, put it in a nice, well-lit area away from other plants. So this plant has actually been introduced to its other plant homies, but I haven't done anything to it yet. It's actually been sitting on my plant shelf for probably 2 months. I probably got it like maybe 3 months ago. After the first few weeks of it just living on its own, it was introduced into society and has been hanging out with its other plant friends on the plant shelf, like I mentioned. And so now it's time for it to get its permanent home in a really pretty planter. Look at that one, cute. So we're gonna get her potted up, and we're gonna first start by dumping her old soil into the handy dandy compostable grocery produce bag that has a little bit of other soil from a previously repotted plant. So I'm going to put the whole plant in here like I do and just pull it. I do this to like safely look at the soil, just in case I see something I don't like, something a little scary. It's already in this bag, but then also to just contain all the soil, because I'm not trying to clean this up. That's that. Let's see what the roots are looking like. Not too bad. Not too bad. They look like really thin roots, and I kind of like the shape that this is already in, so I don't want to disturb it too much. There are times when if the plant looks okay and it's an indoor plant and it hasn't, I don't have any concerns that it might be infested with like a pest or something, or I'm bringing it in from outside, I'm not going to really disturb the roots. And all I would really do is to maybe pull these bottom roots down a bit, but I don't even have to do that. And if I mess with this, given how grainy this soil mixture is, it's already got a lot of bark in it. I can tell it's a very coarse mix, so I'm going to let all of this goodness stay in here. I'm just going to put a really thin layer, very thin layer of soil at the bottom of this, and then I'm just going to put this on top. All right, so I got my thin layer. I am going to just pop this bad boy right in there. I have her all repotted. I'm actually going to knock a little bit of this top layer of soil. It's sitting up a little bit higher than I would like, and this is not even the soil that I've added to it. It's just still the soil that came out of the nursery pot, and I don't want it to be so wobbly, so I'm just going to remove a little bit of this top layer, and then I am going to finish it off with some of my soil mixture. This is a very grainy mixture that they had this plant in there with. It's good for the plant, which is a little bit too much of it. I'm just going to add a really thin layer of soil. And get that all pressed down and stabilized. She's still a little wobbly, so let's do some more. And the focus here is just really making sure that there is enough soil along the perimeter where the plant meets the pot, or where the existing soil meets the pot. So I'm just pressing it down with my finger to stabilize the plant. I don't want it all wobbly. And if it's wobbly, that's an indicator that it's not secure, that it's not stable in the soil, and it will continue to wobble around. So getting that all good in there. I'm pressing it down as much as I can, just so the plant is not flooded when I go to water it later, and that all the soil doesn't just wash away. So that seems pretty stable in there. It's not as wobbly as it was. This plant is all repotted. Again, this is a Hindu Hoya rope, or a Hoya Hindu rope. If you see Hindu rope, Hoya rope, it's the same thing. And these are really unique plants. I'm hoping that this one will really grow. I will do an update video in a few months. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel for more plant content just like this. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.